So we've all been rejected. We all feel disappointment sometimes, and it's an emotional pain that's real. You want to find out strategies to get quicker moving out of that emotional state and into another one? Find out here in this video. But in this video today, I want to look at 5 common emotional and mental responses to pain, okay? And these common responses actually block our creative flow. Now, if we perceive them as a body, this can allow us to tune in, relax, and get back in to flow using pain, not just from our minds, what we say about pain, but actually tuning into our body and finding a way to move with that. All right? So, let's get started. And the first thing I want to talk about is pain, as we've been talking about, it's happening now. I mean, really, it is. It's not happening in the past. There was past pain, and we don't know future pain. Most of the time, what we're reacting to and what we're holding on to is either we're holding on to past pain, that's what we're going to look at in the third video, or we're reacting with holding to possible future pain. But pain is actually now, right? Now, when we're in a holding and contracting around past pain or future pain, we're in a constant state of fear. The fear of further possible pain. We might later get our feelings hurt like we were back then. And then we don't actually know how to respond to what's happening right now, to whatever is going on in our now state. And in our now state, something happens and we're already in a state of being which knows I'm supposed to feel really disappointed by that. I'm supposed to be really hurt by that. Yeah? Now, in our creativity, the more this happens, the more that we become afraid of an imagined possible pain, an imagined possible shaming of us, yeah, in our future. This means that all of our energy and our attention, as well as our physicality, is held in this pattern of fear. The fear of possible pain. And that's what we manifest. So in our experience, we become insecure. We become defensive. We become ineffective and full of held pain and fear. And most often, what does it lead to? This is when we're paralyzed. This is when we're freezing instead of taking that next step. This is when someone hurts us and it's weeks and weeks of and giving up on our project instead of noticing, ooh, that's painful, moving through it and going on. Okay? This state of being, of holding that and prognosticating possible future pain is not only super exhausting, it's actually keeping us from moving forward. Yeah? And if we're acting, you know, as if there's always something terrible about to happen to us, as if there's pain around every corner, yeah? Acting it out in our way of expressing, then our lives also become an emotional and mental state of constant anxiety. Now, try to stop the future tensing. I call it future tensing. And learn to pay attention to the experiences of now, in your body now. Okay? Feel that pain now. And as you do so, relax and try and move with it. This will get you back into flow. Okay? A second common reaction to pain, mental and emotional, okay, and then physical, is despite our emotional, mental, social norms and our pretending approval of, I'm okay, it's fine, this state of, yeah, I got it, it's good, when we're emotionally and mentally feeling pain, this doesn't solve pain. Yeah, pretending that I'm fine doesn't solve pain. It doesn't fix that. Okay? When I am emotionally and mentally saying one thing, yeah, it's good, it's fine. But my experience, really, my experience is saying another thing. We're not in coherency. Okay? Meaning that pretending or overcoming mental and emotional pain, yeah, sends a conflicting message to our life. We say, I want connection, I want creativity, I want joy, I want movement, I want pleasure, I want trust and creative power, right? We want to feel good. Yeah? And so we try and say, I'm fine. But in our actions, we're tense, we're contracted, and we're pretending that we're well and ignoring real pain. Now, our mind says, and our emotions say, let's pretend I'm okay because that's better, right? Because pain's problematic. It's not allowed. We're not supposed to say, I feel hurt. But our body is actually in the reality of that situation. It's actually dealing with what's potentially very, very problematic. And it's actually the one responding to what's really painful. And so our body, is saying, oh, wait a minute, I'm actually in pain. There's actually really, my heart hurts, right? And your mind is telling you, no, you're not in pain, right? When these experiences are happening, the more that we ignore real pain because my emotional and mental states say, don't feel that, the more we actually practice retreating. We practice risking less. We practice creating disconnection and protection. And we practice becoming defensive. Now guys, that's where we start being out of flow. Pretending to be well does not lead us to be well or experiencing less pain. Feeling and dealing with our pain and acknowledging our real states, the real states that we're in, and allowing the natural movement of that pain to flow physically. This is what creates our experience, the desired result of moving out of pain. Not pretending, ignoring. Actually dealing with pain and moving out of it. This is what creates the desire of letting go of pain. Okay? So a third big thing that we do in pain, and it's related, is we shame the pain. Right? We say that pain is something that we should pretend we don't have. Now, why was this? Why do we pretend that we don't have pain? What's the point of that, really? If actually the natural movement of our body is just to feel it and move through it and go on. Now, why do we do this? Is because that's what we were taught. And that's what was continually expressed around us and still is today. What were you told about your own pain? I mean, I was told often that it's not so bad, or to get over it, or to hide it. And I felt in my surroundings that pain was something that was shameful, that pain was happening as if I was being punished, or bad people were doing something wrong and they deserved it. I mean, you can see where religion comes in, right? Yet we felt the pain that others hid, or overcame, or held on to, and this was expressed as their depression, their aggression, their anxiety. And more simply, this was expressed as a kind of numbness towards our life. Now, we also felt our own pain. When someone around us was repressing their pain, it created also pain in us. And we were told, like they were doing, to ignore that pain. Now, what does it mean? It meant that joy was missing. Now, this shaming around pain and our way of learned dealing with pain in our lives, as if it were my fault, as if it's a punishment that I could fix if I were better, This, in my opinion, is the root cause of our stuck creative flow, of our stuck emotional and mental pain. This emotional and mental pain will eventually create physical pain. Now, pain is as if shameful in our state of mind right now. And when we shame ourselves and others, right, we do it. Come on, man up, stop being so dramatic, emotional, don't be so whiny, stop trying to get attention. I mean, you all have your own list, right? Now, we were taught this way of dealing with it. And we are supported, in our way of showing this. We were taught that ignoring pain was brave. That ignoring and repressing pain showed that you were good and that you were strong. But is this really true? Or is this just an idea? Is this truly what is happening in our experience? Again, why are 300 million of us depressed? I mean, something in our ideas about pain Our emotional ideas are not translating into our real life experience. So look into how you're shaming yourself in response to your pain. Ask yourself, really, what am I not okay with about pain? And this will allow you to start the process of returning and agreeing that it's okay to feel pain. It's what happens, and to get back into that movement. Now, fourth thing. Pain is temporary. Pain is temporary unless we hold on to it. Now, when we're in pain, it's our immediate response and call to attention to resolve that source of pain is do it now, pay attention now, change it now, right? And as we said before, this is the best case scenario. We're not meant to hold on to pain. Our body does not do well with prolonged pain. So what causes pain to become long-term and chronic states of being, like what we talked about last week? It's really because we contract around it and then we hold it. And as we practice and repeat this emotional and mental state of holding pain, then our body and our neurochemicals get trained to experience this all the time. And this starts to be what is our life. This is normal. Now, the more that I stop, get back into my muscles, my breathing, train a different state, the more our hearts and our emotions and our physical responses to pain can return to flow. And then the more that states of pain are not what we become. Instead, we become states of movement again. We become states of joy, expansiveness, and pleasure. That's what your aim is to do when you're looking at embodying emotional and mental pain and letting it flow. Now, what we do often when we're contracting, think about it. Our expressions are trying to come up, and let's say you're wanting to cry, right? And you try to push it away. What do? We contract our necks, we hold our chests, we hold our faces, and we try not to cry, right? And this then becomes stuck. And then, over years of practicing this, suddenly we don't know how to cry anymore. Our bodies just don't know how. We don't know how to release this. Now, this contraction is like damming a river. It disrupts the natural flow that we have, and it keeps all that beautiful energy flow trapped. I'm going to say something about this. When we repress or hold on to emotional and mental pain, it's a wish that we're having. I don't want to feel this pain. But in that process of damming up that river, we're also damming up the river of joy, pleasure. Yeah? We can't contract all of our body just to pain. And then we start to actually feel numb. Now, this is what I'm trying to teach in everything that I do, is to learn to regain this movement in our bodies, regain this sensation in our bodies that allows us to experience our state of being and our ability to have pain without turning it into a chronic state, without going into our minds and making it a mental and emotional state. And this return allows us to go into the practice of thriving instead of suffering. So learn to update and release mental and emotional pain really means to get in touch with our physical body. What's going on there? How am I acting, moving, reacting, and expressing pain? How am I moving this awareness, and how is my heart? How are the feelings in this physical state? How am I reacting and moving or holding on to states of pain? How am I judging myself about that pain? And then learning and training, to move again. Jump on over to Life Artist Community blog, get involved, talk to each other, share your pain. That's also a movement. And if you really love what I'm doing, contact me, comment, get involved, sign up for this YouTube page, get into our newsletter, because there's where you're getting all the information about my live creator workshops. That's where we train as a group and make it really practical. Thank you so much for joining me today. And remember, you are the creator. Your experience lies truly in your hands.